Alright, here we go with the two new rhythms. So anytime that you feel like you struggle with something, just remember the steps we were taking last night. Make sure you can count it comfortably first. Count it with the metronome. Uh, Focus on any particular part that is causing extra trouble. Just repeat it over and over until it gets comfortable. And then start adding little by little pieces at a time so you get the whole thing. Alright, so number one. Make sure this is loud enough. Alright, number one at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 1, 2 and here it is at 80. One, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4 and 4. 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 4 and 4. 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1 and 4. 1 and 4. 1, 2 and 1, 2 and. All right, on to number 2. Alright, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, and 2, 3, and 3, 4, and 3, 4, and 2, 3, and 2, 3, and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and 80. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3 and 2 and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and 2 and 2 and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and 3, 4 and 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3 and 2 and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and okay. Bring up that little triad worksheet thing. I don't remember all the chords. I remember it was up to F. Let's see. let's see what I do here. Alright, so basically, so the notes for the A chord. We're always using just the first 5 notes of the major scale. So you've been learning the C scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and so on. And just up to that 8th note there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, those are basically all the intervals you got right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back to the 1. But we're only going up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, let's go through again just what was gone through last night. So the A, C, G, E, and F. So you just count through the notes, and then you're writing down 1 to 3 and the 5. So starting with the A, remember the notes, they have the half steps in between: B, C, E, F. B, C, E, and F. So when you're going up a whole step from an open string, add 2. Going up a half step from an open string, add 1. Alright, so the A scale. A is the 1. Now, you might find it easier if you count all, or save all the notes until you get to where you need to be. So let's do that. So we'll go A, and the next note in the scale is B. Third note in the scale, C sharp. Because C is a half step up from B, but we're going a whole step up from B to stay in key. So C sharp. So we got A, C sharp, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that note is D, and then 5th note is E. A, C sharp, and E. That gives us our A chord. So going over to the C chord thing, starting on C. Count up, so we got C, D, E. E is the 3rd interval, C is the 1, and then up to the and then 1, 2, 3, 4, which is F, and then up a whole step gives us G. So we can always like count, we'll figure out notes going backwards too. 12th fret, that's your octave. So it's the same note: E, open E string, 12th fret E, open A string, 12th fret A, open D string, 12th fret D, and so on. So you can look at what's the name of the 5th interval there? What's the name of the note? Well, it is a whole step below A. So it's kind of a quicker way of figuring out the notes instead of starting from the open position. Sometimes you can start on the 12th fret and work down. Same thing applies. E and F have the half step, B and C have the whole half step as well. So yeah, C, E, G, and the C chord. The G chord, so starting down on G. So G is in the 1, A is in the 2, and then we're going up to the 3rd position, which is B. So whole step up from A. And up to the 4th note here, which is C. And then the 5th note, which needs to be written down, is D. So G is in the 1, B is the 3, D is the 5. The E chord, so let's do it up here, a little bit easier to see versus doing that major scale down there. It's unfamiliar at the moment. So anyway, starting on the E note, we go up a whole step to the 2nd note in, which is F sharp, and then we go up another whole step, which would be a whole step up from F sharp is G sharp. G would be a half step up, or a whole step up from F sharp, so we got the G sharp. And then we can start back again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12th fret, that's A. 5, which is a whole step up from A, so that's why it's B. So E, G sharp, and B give us the E chord. So down here on F, F, whole step up is G, whole step up is A. So the 3rd interval of F is A, so we got F, A, and we climb up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to say all the notes there again, you got F, G, A. We already used A, so the next one has to be B something. In this case, it happens to be B flat, because we only are a half step up from the A string, so the A note. And then we're going up a whole step to the next one. So remember, there is a half step between B and C, which means there is a whole step from B flat to C. So F, A, C. Yes, and there we go. So if you want to try and do... Now, there's a tricky one. There's a tricky one in the major triad stuff. So if you want to try... maybe just like the B and the D chord, spell that out, and then, or you could try doing all the rest too. There is something that might throw you off, and it is put in there on purpose because it's just really making you think to understand the intervals even more. Something else you may just want to try is just practice saying the notes from string to string. So just going through all the natural notes: E, F, G, A, B, C. You can go higher if you'd like. You can do the same thing with the A's. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. D, whole step to E, half step to F, whole step to G, whole step to A, whole step to B, half step to C, whole step to D. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And whatever you got down here will be the same up here. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Alright, so if any questions come up, write them down, send them over, and I'll see you again on Thursday.